Friends, welcome to the season 1 finale of Cattletech. Now, technically, episodes of season 2 have already filmed, but will not be released before this one. This is the final ending. I don't think actually this will be the last a time of war or total warfare. What's the regular Battletech rules called? The non-Alpha Strike Total War?
Total War.
Total.
This is this won't be the last Total War, but it will be quite close to it. So there are two things you should know before we go into this, just in case you haven't heard me talk about this 7 bazillion times, because you don't follow everything I do every second of the day. This episode is based off of Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix, Suits. And it's also based heavily on Battletech Oath of Endosteel Season 3, Episode 3, which took place on Sci-Fi. So if you have not seen Oath of Endosteel Season 3, this will be a very difficult episode to understand. We will do our best to catch you up on all of the weird stuff that happened there and why it's relevant to the here and now. The first thing I should say is that a blazing sun rises over the horizon of Sci-Fi. The first light hitting a solar panel. Power jolts through the system down some very poorly insulated wires. We see sparks everywhere as like it hits a junction and sparks out and finally makes its way to an imitation rooster, which makes a wake-up noise for the residents of a small cabin. And we see a man in his late 40s going through all of his daily measures. He's got what looks like a strong cup of coffee out. Above the door, it says laugh, love, and then whatever was supposed to be there has been painted out, and in red it says survive, and it's been underlined 3 times. Bradley, Eric, we hear the front door of your cabin get like a knock, knock, knock.
I think Bradley at this time is probably, standing at his kitchen sink full of dirty dishes, looking through the window that for some reason all kitchen sinks have a window above them. I'm not sure why we decided people wanted to gaze into the great outdoors as they did their dishes. He's got his kind of beat up stainless steel thermos that he's sipping his coffee out of, and just doing sort of the 1,000-yard stare into the distance when he hears the knock. And he walks over, and he has no shoes on. He keeps his muddy boots just outside the door. So he goes, kind of silently walks with the creaking of the floorboards, and opens the door to see who would come to this godforsaken place at this hour.
There are a few people who come out to your cabin, Bradley, but out of them, this is probably the most important. The last leader of the 13 clans, Carlita. She's in a wheelchair. She's got like a shawl on and then a blanket over her legs. She appears to have pushed herself here from like a waiting transport that's nearby. And she just says, well, you gonna invite me in?
So Bradley stands there with sort of like a kind of a stained off-white long sleeve shirt that's got 3 or 4 buttons at the top that are unbuttoned. He's got kind of his graying bushy chest hair sticking out, and then over that he's got like a red worker's vest with like dirty blonde hair and an unkempt beard that's all sort of matted and gross. And without words, he just kind of steps back into the left and gestures her in while he takes another sip of his coffee.
She rolls in and says, got any extra, Joe?
Yeah, he expected this. So as soon as she rolls past, right, he goes over to the coffee pot, takes like a mug off of the shelf that is, only has like 2 other mugs on it. One of them has like a big crack in it. No, pour her a cup of coffee and go over there and hand it to her, and then lean up against a post cinematically.
She takes a sip and says, "Well, Bradley, looks like today's the day. Had a recon flight around the city. No, this is it. It's the big push. We're gonna need you."
What is this? What does that have to do with me?
I mean, I'm gonna be flat with you here. You know, Joyce, a little cracked in the head. I think that even if he survives today, cancer is definitely going to get him. I mean, he's the kind of man that would ride around on a pile of fissile material. Consider that a good time.
Well, if today's the last day, then he can be good at what he's good at for one more day. He's got the biggest McDougal on the planet. Mine runs 40% of the time if I'm lucky. You know, all I use it for is to chop up the damn dead things.
Well,
What makes
today
you think it could stand in front of a living one?
we're going to need you to do the killing today. Because it's just you, Joyce, and McCleary. That's who we got left.
Well, what I heard you say was you're going to need me to get killed today.
Well, could be.
Well, fuck it. I guess it's about time for that as well. He'll just pour out the rest of his coffee in his sink.
That was a damn waste.
Tastes like shit anyway.
I think ending this scene is just her slapping her hands on her knees in a very Midwestern way and going, "Well, I'll see myself out."
Jiminy, all right.
Devin McCleary. It's morning, and that means there's plenty of tasks to do. And there aren't many fields left on Safai. And certainly someone's got to feed Carlita City. And it's pretty much fallen to you. You're like the only farmer left. So there's a lot of land to cover. A whole lot of land. So as the sun is just slightly above the horizon line, you've already got a pretty considerable sweat. Tell us about what we're seeing out there with you, Industrial Mick. Sorry, your McDougal.
So Devon has like a large army of small industrial McDougals. Um, some of them like are semi-autonomous. He's got like all these extra joysticks in his Jabberwocky that help to control them. He's got a couple of sharecroppers that are, you know, riding some of the bigger equipment, but there's like just a whole bunch of like crazy mad scientist shit going on. There's like all these wires coming out of the Jabberwocky uh, that are going to all these other tiny little uh, mechs and drones that are going around the farm and doing all the farm simulator things.
You begin picking up an emergency signal from Carlita City. There ain't many folks left to get. It's pretty much just you and a couple of other guys.
I think Devin just kind of mutters to himself, well, I guess that was to be expected. Probably about 5 years longer than we should have had. And he pushes a big red button on the control panel, and all of the wires that are pushed onto the Jabberwock just all pop off. And
I want to imagine there's steam involved for some reason as well.
absolutely, there's all this steam involved. All this steam starts coming up from all the little drones because they've lost their power source. and then this like bunker opens up on the side of the farm, just like comes out of the ground, and he runs the Jabberwock over to it and straps two machine guns and machine gun cartridges into the Jabberwock.
I want to imagine you also scoop down some fuel cells so that we know that your mech has a pretty unique engine system.
Yes, yes, yeah. He jettisons two of the fuel cells off and puts two. He's got two that are on some hydrogen uh reclamation station. It's highly dangerous and flammable, and this is just, of course, just sitting out in the open, where anything could absolutely catch fire and blow up. And he kind of like looks at whether he's going to put the other ones back on the chart. He's like, nah, I'm probably never coming back from this. And
Like one of your workers nearby, like one of your sharecroppers, just like, you say you're never coming back, boss?
sounds like it's the end of the world out there.
Do I get the farm?
If there's still a farm left and I ain't back, you're welcome to it.
Okay.
But I tend to doubt that either one of those things are coming to pass.
So he just picks up a megaphone and goes, the boss says he might not be coming back and I'm the new boss. Get back to work. He just like pulls up a little bench seat and a little umbrella and just hits that new middle management life. Aaron. What can I say about you? I feel like the introduction to your character is just a black screen with the extremely understandable and relatable sound of a Geiger counter going off. You tell us where you are and what you're doing this morning.
This morning, I'm cold. Like blankets wrapped around me. Just, everybody else is, warm and happy. I'm just chilled. And I'm just slowly trying to, get up and start moving and get my day started and figure out how to get coffee, because there is just none left. Not all of us are rich.
Tell me about this McDougal that you have.
It's given like 8 or so wrecked cattle mechs and just started putting things together until something worked a little bit. So it has 6 legs and is 60 tons, and has a cannon on its shoulder and some machine guns and a half of a combine and some lifting equipment on the other arm, and it is very stable but just cumbersome and awkward and held together with luck and wishful thinking.
And it has a fission engine.
Yeah, like an ancient fission engine that just should not have ever left the inner sphere, much less made it out to a colony. And somehow got it working, or at least figured out where the power came out and put it inside these cobbled together battle mechs instead of fusion engine that was long since destroyed.
I think that your morning begins with a call from your doctor, from one of the surviving Egghead clan members. Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I've got you, right, Aaron? Hello?
Doctor, right?
Yeah, sure, that's a title we use. Yes, I am a doctor. Aaron, look, I've just been going over some of your medical records. Your white blood cell count is very low. I'm trying to match up your symptoms. Have you been losing any weight recently?
I've never been thinner.
Aaron, I've been going through some of the old records. I think you might have a pretty aggressive form of cancer.
That's bad, right?
Yes, it's really bad. Look, I was hoping I could get out there to have this conversation in person, but the city's going into lockdown. Carlita says that, you know, the blight is coming and that this is the big one.
Well, why don't you give me a call about that tomorrow then?
I'm sorry, Aaron. All right. I'm going to hang up now, Aaron. I want to go find my family.
Good luck.
Good luck. Really incredibly awkwardly mishandles putting the phone down. You know, it's like one of those old phones where you had to like fit it in there, but like he didn't properly land it, so it makes a loud noise in your ear before. Yikes, the Zoomers watching this won't understand because they've got that like one touch turn off of the phone.
Yeah, the fumbling around with the headset just
The post rotary but pre flip phone period of life. Well, Aaron, Joyce, what's going on with you here? Looking at this broken pile of six-legged wreckage.
I guess we're going into lockdown, which means I'm supposed to go somewhere. But I don't really know where because no one would ever let me use this thing.
I feel like we cut to several minutes later. The Jabberwocky and the Crosscut are both approaching Aaron Joyce's farm, which is one of the closest parts of the city to where the invasion is happening. You've got Carlita on the radio just like, well, looks like it's the three of you. We got a few volunteers that still have hand flamers and machetes. Be the final line of defense for anything that gets past you. I mean, I don't have to tell you that we're running out of oil, which means city's running out of energy. And I don't need to tell you that the Greylings also need oil to live. Whole planet's basically a death trap for them now, and come to find out, they know about the last of our supply. So we're like a last meal to them. We think this is going to be the big one. This is going to be it. So I guess it's just the three of you. Everybody's heading down to the bunkers. You need anything? You need me to tell anybody anything?
Got no one to tell anything to.
I thought you had a whole farm. Sharecroppers and everything.
Yeah. They know the end time's coming.
All right, fair enough. Well, hear her slap her knees with her hands. Good luck with your McDougalls.
I feel like the radio silence says it all, right?
Yeah.
Three doomed men.
You can just hear the background of the Geiger counter. Aaron's cocktail, like
That's
ticking in
perfect.
the background, because that's how he knows the McDougal has power. We can just hear it just over the joint, like tick, tick, in that really unsettling way.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think when she asks that question, we might get like a brief shot of Bradley and his crosscut, which I imagine is like actually a pretty small McDougal, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I never trust the Battletech art on Sarna because I can never really discern if it's nonsense or not. But I imagine it's like the size of a Titan from that game Titanfall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That sounds right.
So like 25, 30 feet tall, maybe. And of course it's, you know, it's rattling and chugging with its combustion diesel engine. And when she asks that question, we see, you know, Bradley in the cockpit, and he looks briefly down at a photograph of three children, one slightly older than two smaller, younger children that appear to be about the same age. And the unspoken message there is anyone he would have had left to tell anything to is in this picture, and whoever's in that picture is no longer around for him to talk to.
Brad, look at this photograph. Well, the microphone didn't pick up.
Didn't get your knee
No,
slapped.
it didn't get my knee slapped. You're all free to deploy anywhere behind the white line here. You have two support vehicles that are loaded up with machine gun ammunition, fuel cells, diesel, and fissile material. And then the mobile HQ is basically connecting you back to the city. So if the mobile HQ gets destroyed, you can no longer communicate what doom is coming. You'd be going left to right for this scenario.
This level 4 height. Can we even get down from that?
Yeah, you can walk down 2 levels. So anywhere that has like a 2-level step.
Oh, okay.
It costs 3 levels to go down, or sorry, it costs 3 MP to go down that far, but
I do feel like starting up high is probably the play. There's nowhere to go up. Oh, yeah, there is.
Reading the name tag is the
the back.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
did I just grab somebody else's? That's good. Here I am.
Okay, you all set?
So
So
Oh, you're gonna be down in the valley, huh?
yeah, I'm gonna try and make it up to this first spot here and try and get up on this guy.
Well, maybe I'll join you then. I mean, I've only got machine gun, so it's not like I can.
Well, I also kind of only have. Let me look at my sheet here.
You guys want to also do the action movie intro where the 3 heroes meet up? It's like Expendables, right? Everybody's got to riff on each other real quick.
I feel like in that, like,
Brad, do you have a ghost behind you?
Do I? What are you doing, child?
So weirded out. I was just like, what's going on?
The blur zoom was too good.
Yeah, it was pretty unusual. I was thinking he looked like he had too much hair and it was a different color.
I had no idea.
which of the canyon pathways here comes from the city?
Both of them. Both.
Okay.
I was gonna say Bradley probably knows Devin. I feel like Devin is maybe who Bradley originally got his industrial mechs from to start his business. So he maybe like had 5 or 6 at one point, and now at this point, he only has one that kind of barely works. And Bradley knows Aaron probably in passing and kind of keeps his distance from Aaron because I feel like there's a stigma around Aaron, right? And like his crazy power source and how he always seems super sick.
Let's be clear. We know that Candalis has designed this mech to go out in a nuclear explosion in case it's destroyed, but I don't know that your characters know that.
No. I'm saying personally, like
Oh,
person
yeah.
to person, right? Like Aaron always appears very sickly. So Bradley probably, keeps, is nice. They
feel like-
have probably a friendly relationship.
I
but he
feel like
keeps
the
his-
sick came on pretty quickly. Like
Okay.
before he was sick, he didn't have a nuclear reactor to power his mech, his McDougal.
Right.
So it's like he finally got a working McDougal, and it's just now it's like 5-6 months later, and the price is very apparent to everyone around him who knew better to not use this thing for the past 200
Kind of
years.
like a rapid onset sort of situation. So
Yeah.
Does he carry like on the sling? Like he's got like a Geiger counter with him everywhere he goes. It beeps, or is that just like
Oh, so it's in the McDougal, right?
it's in the McDougal?
Tells
Okay,
him
okay,
it's
okay.
running, right?
I got yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's fully functional. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me what you think. I don't know that any of these men are the type to have like super close friends.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think they're probably
Aaron would have not have done this had he had proper social skills.
yeah, right.
Truly a dying world where men cannot rely on each other. What
The
a
world is
social
probably small
commentary.
enough to where we all know each other.
Yes.
We just, just like in passing, kind of more than
Less than
anything else.
10,000 people left on the planet, so
Right.
the 3 people with industrial mechs probably know each other.
When we have our Parks and Rec type like town meetings, right? Like
Who's Patton Oswalding?
I feel like that's Devin for sure.
All right, so beginning of the first round, all of you get to move second. All the bad guys are moving first, but they're all stealthed. So choose. We're playing slightly modified Total War rule for this scenario, but yeah, choose your movements carefully. It should be noted that the two cars here, the engineering support vehicles, you only know their drivers as Bingo and Ace.
I will run for 5.
Also, right.
Covering a lot of ground very quickly.
I will also run for 5. 1. And, lateral shift because of all those legs.
Where are all the movie dice?
At the top and bottom.
So as you get closer and closer, your sensor systems pick up that there is, in fact, a large blighter near you, a grayling. This thing is roughly the size of like a Dodge Caravan. It's quite big. I mean, it's basically almost as big as part of one of your industrial mech legs. And razor sharp fangs, scythe arms, just generally a creature which has been rapidly evolved to destroy industrial mechs. Quite a big threat. Don't know if any of you have the range to hit it right now.
I definitely don't.
I can shoot to 15.
Wow, all right, you might be able to take a shot then.
My longest range weapon is 3.
It's the same. We're going to be super effective, Rad.
I realize there's really no point in me going to the high ground because I wouldn't be able to hit anything from up there.
You want to take this shot?
I'll try.
Okay.
Just select the wait. There's the roll button, right?
Yes, there is. There's a roll button here. You want to hit it more than once. You want to hit it at least twice.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet that a 4 is... So you guys are all 3-4 pilots. I think it's highly unlikely that you're gonna hit a long-range shot while running on that.
And with the additional +2 penalty to hit.
Oh, for your piloting a 6-legged mech with 1 pilot? Yeah.
Yeah.
You fire off what you have described to be an autocannon, but is really just like a large infantry rifle. Is that correct?
Like a straight bore tank cannon from like the 1960s.
Okay.
Right? Like
And it's on your
almost
shoulder,
cannonball.
right? I feel like your whole mech gets hunchback. You just, as you fire this thing off, it goes flying and doesn't land anywhere near what you're shooting at. It just lands somewhere in the distance, briefly explodes. Let's remove our movement dice and then move to the next round. And at the edge of your sensors. So your sensors can reach 9 spaces.
I feel like nobody's ever seen your McDougal run before, so this cannon round probably goes over the crosscut's shoulder and shocks the shit out of Bradley. 'Cause probably didn't know any McDougal could shoot anything that far because all he's ever seen is stuff like with machine guns
And
stuff like that.
flamethrowers, yeah.
So probably scares the shit out of him. And for a brief second, he might even have hope that you have some kind of super weapon that's about to save everyone.
This is backward. That's the correct direction.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so just to be clear, you've detected 2 more incoming Greylings, and this one has charged towards you at its maximum speed of 3. I'd say a land speed of 90 meters in 10 seconds is pretty good, right?
90 meters in 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 27 feet a second.
Yeah.
That's like Puma level. Helps it has 8 legs.
I will walk one.
Okay. All right. It is going to declare a physical attack on the crosscut.
Actually, you know what?
It may die, fire before then, but I'm letting you know that that's what it's doing.
Yeah, I will also declare a physical attack with my chainsaw.
Anyone shooting at anything?
Hold on 1 second. I might change my move. Yeah, instead I would go 1 turn for 2, 3. Still hit him. Oh no, then I wouldn't be able to. No. All right. Yeah. What? No, I'm gonna stay where I was.
Okay.
So this way, face it this way. Otherwise, I can't see him without a run.
I'm gonna
shoot.
Okay.
Go ahead, Candelas. See where.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the ones in the distance.
Very well.
Because I'm worried about like hitting Bradley with my cannon.
That's pretty reasonable concern.
Bradley's worried about that as well.
Let's start with that shot then. If this is still long range, you're looking at 3 plus 4 for 7. You walk for 8, and they haven't moved. So you're looking to hit an 8 on this. Oh, and then you have your penalty of +2, so I guess you need a 10.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, that's 5. The abomination.
I'm gonna fire 2 machine guns. I have 200 rounds of ammo. I'm not gonna track ammo, unless you really want me to.
No, if
The
you
fight
get critically
lasts that
hit
long.
in your ammo
If
box,
I
you'll
get
die
critically hit,
instantly.
I die instantly,
Yeah.
and the fight should not go long enough for me to deplete this.
I agree with you. If the fight goes that long, I've made horrible mistakes. That's some real finale of a Time of Total Warfare level of long.
All right, so I'm medium on this. I start at 3,
4 for walk,
6 for walk, 8 for his run.
Yep. 2 chances, 2 machine guns.
7.
Bit more than that. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Your machine gun rips through this thing.
The 11. So that would be.
No, it's just dead.
Oh, okay.
It does not have it has industrial mech sharp breaking claws. It does not have industrial mech level armor.
Oh,
it is
okay.
a living being. You begin opening fire in a very MechWarrior 2 opening cinematic of just machine guns blazing at full power. The crosscut, I think, maybe even has to take a step back as the spray is going everywhere. And then a few rounds go full body length down the grayling and just destroy it. Its heaping body lies steaming in front of the crosscut, which is actually pretty normal. Your job, Bradley, is to cut up dead graylings for meat, so this is nothing new for you. I mean, watching them die is pretty original, but it just kind of flops there and looks very decomposy.
Bradley's a little taken aback by the lethality of the other 2 McDougals. I mean, all he's ever been basically is a butcher. So I mean, this is pretty. He feels a little out of his league.
Okay, at the start of the next turn, all of you,
why he's up front and the smallest McDougal on the field.
All of you detect a swarm. So these swarms have a special series of rules. Anyone that is caught within that green area around the swarm that is not a grayling takes 1 point of damage. Anyone who doesn't have a life support system in their mech at the time the swarm hits them dies instantly. So the good news is you all have life support systems for now. It is a +1 to hit the swarm if you are using non-energy weapons, and a +2 to hit the swarm if you are using energy weapons. Now, fortunately, none of you actually have an energy weapon. You have opted for flamers, machine guns, and a mech rifle. Charging forward and stacking to also occupy the space. The second one moves with the first one. So there are 2 graylings here that are charging forward. What would all of you like to do?
You say 1 point of damage to the McDougals or to
the McDougal
pilots?
It's 1 point of damage to the McDougal, and if you don't have a life support system, the pilot will die.
Okay.
They will simply eat you.
Clarifying.
Yep.
Do we know
critical mistake?
Do we know how quick a swarm can move?
It's 3 hexes, just like a normal or a normal grayling.
Okay.
We really needed a Idris Elba to canceling an apocalypse speech. I feel like we've missed out by having 3 misanthropes.
Yeah, not a lot of optimism on this team.
Yeah, I feel very at home.
All right. 1, 2, turn for 3, 4, 5. So that will be a run of 2.
Okay, and just so it's clear, these Greylings are inside the swarm's radius, so you have a +1 to hit them with ranged weapons.
Can we do physical attacks to the swarm, or is that kind of pointless?
It is as pointless as you assume.
Okay.
Well, they have no physical attack opportunities, so you all are shooting first.
I will fire on the Greylings. Start at 3, 5 for run, 7, and then +1 for swarm. I need 8.
Are you you're shooting both of them at the same one, or are you splitting for the 2 that are stacked?
I will fire the same. I will fire both machine guns on one of them. Or
Understood.
yeah, I will fire both machine guns at the same one because, in all likelihood, I'm going to miss one of these shots.
There we go. They're finally apart. All right, let's do it. You're gonna feel real bad if these come up real nice. It did come up real nice. Even with the swarm blocking it, I believe you still hit, right?
Yeah, I do. I need an 8.
Well, that means your second machine gun will just go ripping through the space that it occupies. Super deadifying. So these two meet up and are running side by side, and you get, you know, something like, I want to imagine you've painted a crosshair on the cockpit window. Like, you don't have a fancy targeting and tracking system. You just have like a circle, and you're trying to keep just ahead of the ones charging you. And yeah, you absolutely blast it with
It's painted on with fertilizer.
oh my god. In the mech? So you have to smell it?
Did you at least paint it on the outside?
Yeah, I was gonna say it better be on the outside. But then it would get washed off in the rain.
It's not even like manure fertilizer. It's the chemical fertilizer.
Oh.
So, you know,
Oh.
it's getting good and high in the cockpit.
Jesus.
He can't afford coffee, so that's how he gets his buzz.
This coffee has really gotten out of hand on Safai.
Well, how do we grow it?
He's the farmer. He's the one growing the coffee beans.
Yeah, but we don't have enough sun for coffee.
Yeah, of course. It's a precious luxury resource. Yeah, anybody else firing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Can I fire at the swarm itself?
Yes, you can fire at the physical location of the ripping swarm.
So it had to be that center spot?
Yes, it has to be that center spot.
Okay, that's medium range. 3, 4,
Still a
5,
+1 to hit
6,
through the
7.
swarm.
I need a 9 to hit it.
Okay. You've not done well so far, but neither has you up.
That's a 9.
So that gun does
How much damage? 6? Okay. It is still alive. You splash a explosive into the center of the swarm. It considerably removes probably thousands of tiny beetles that are essentially just much smaller versions of the dog-sized, huge Dodge Caravan-sized dogs you've seen so far. Think it's about half dead, given what you've done to it. Maybe a little better than that. I'd say it has about 10 structural points, and you've just done 6 damage to it. It's not going well. However, You would get a free critical on it because it has no commercial armor and no battle mech armor, but you rolled a 7, so not good enough. We were going to cut to Rad doing his turn, but now we're going to have to do a little, stand by for technical difficulties.
You hear Devin get on his comms and go, "The only good bug is a dead bug."
Ah, yes, of course, of course.
Finally hit something, guys. It was a cloud.
Good job, old man.
2 years older than you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I look much older.
Yes.
You wouldn't put me a day over 60.
Just laying out the guys that are appearing at the end of the turn. A day over 60. That's truly horrifying. What's the Bilbo Baggins line? You look as old as I feel? Where could our Ratosaurus have gone? We really, now's a great time to talk about Battletech Blades of Honor, which will be a new show, filming its first episode at the end of the month, hopefully, featuring Ratosaurus, Grimdark James, and Neo Buzzard, all of whom, except for James, have been on this Cattletech show. Not this specific episode, but James was instead on a bunch of other Battletech shows, so. Limo, this is also a repeat for you, right? I think you were on the Kids on Bikes episode where you were
yes.
Battletech skateboarders in the rad.
I played Robbie and or Bobby.
Yeah, that's right. We never know who was who. I was surprised. People like that episode more than I thought they would.
My wife liked that episode, and she doesn't usually watch the stuff that I'm on.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Still trying to lock down Ludeman and Big Spoon. They're supposed to be doing a clan trial of position together, and I assume, given that Spoon is the one who set it up, he intends to betray Ludeman at the end of it for a higher rank. Just shoot him in the back real quick, but we'll see.
Sorry, there was a bug killing emergency.
Very well. Speaking of a bug killing emergency, there is still a bug in front of you.
I will flamer this guy.
Long range +4.
Long range +4. What I start at 3, 7, ran for 9, and he moved for what, +2?
Yes, and then there's also the swarm that he's in. So I think you're looking at 11 or 12. Yeah, pretty high.
Negaton.
Oh, but it would have been in the head. So they don't have location dice. Yeah, you let loose with a flamethrower, and
Flamer doesn't take the penalty. I thought you said. The swarm penalty.
It doesn't take the energy weapon penalty. It is still a non-energy weapon.
Okay.
It's still quite low. I mean, this is essentially a concentrated stream of napalm that you're arcing up in the air at like a 45-degree angle. I feel like I may have never described a Battletech flamer. It's pretty horrifying, and this thing instinctively moves away from it, and then as like it's dripping on the ground, you can see that it wants to run towards you, but also it almost looks like it's trying to drink the imbued like napalmish flame on the ground. Like it knows that it could get energy if it could just get in there and suck it out of the flame.
Yeah, it's absolutely like a fire rainbow because of the distance, right? He's just having to like point it up at a 45-degree angle and like yard sprinkler it in that direction.
I'm going to check and see if this bad boy can attach itself to your mech.
Oh, I don't have to move first?
No, you guys move second. The crosscut does get attached. So there is now a blighter that has like attached itself like a tick to the crosscut. Now you guys can move, and if you move out of the swarm, you don't take the damage.
Am I in the swarm?
Yes, you are currently at the edge of the swarm right here.
Is this square in the storm?
No, it's 2 hexes wide.
Okay. So I will back up for that'll be a walk of 1. Not sure whose movement dice that was.
Brad, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm thinking. What would Bradley Eric do?
Handsaw.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna run out the other side of the swarm.
Okay. I just want to make you aware that these guys are moving in outside the other end.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think Bradley ever planned on making it back to his cabin.
I'm gonna hold still.
Very well.
Actually, I can back up and then turn, right?
Yes.
Oh, the bug moved.
Yes, the bug is attached to the crosscut.
Okay, then there's no reason for me to turn. And we
All right.
decided we can't physical attack the swarm.
Killing 1 or 2 flying bugs does nothing to the thousands that are there.
And I can only attack the swarm by attacking this point.
Correct.
Okay. Very well.
I guess let's have the 2 of you act. Lost our Ratosaurus again.
All right.
It should be declared that the one hanging on the crosscut is going to attack the crosscut physically.
I am going to attack the center.
Okay.
With 2 machine guns.
Very well.
Start at 3, walk for 4, 8 for range, and then
1 for the swarm.
The swarm, so I need 9s.
Okay. Now this is pod racing. Okay.
I'm critical with
you do.
Crits.
So you don't deal enough damage to kill it, but then you critical it and you scatter the swarm.
Awesome. Jesus, Devin's actually being effective.
That was just the first hit. I feel like the second hit just sprays down the ones that are scattering, right? I want to imagine you've been firing both machine guns like every round. I want to imagine you're just holding onto the triggers while walking through this canyon, like doof, 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 screaming the whole time. Anything either of the 2 of you want to do in terms of firing? So Rad, you've still got your passenger who's latched onto you.
So
And
can I shoot it?
you can shoot it.
Okay. Well, I want to attempt to flamer it, and if that, and also melee it if it's still on.
Okay.
me.
You will definitely want to melee it if it's still on you, for sure.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and try that flamer.
So close range.
Yeah. +0 to hit.
So started a 3. I ran for 5. Does the run count if it's on me?
Its movement doesn't count if it's on you.
Okay, so it's 5 then, I guess.
Yes.
Nice.
You very carefully spray down your leg with flame, and this thing does that bug thing where its legs fold inwardly and it rolls on its back as it's dying.
I think he gives it a good stomp just for a good measure.
Get out of here.
Like he just panic ran straight through the swarm, probably bumps up against this cliffside trying to scrape it off a couple times until he eventually, you know,
I feel
flame
like you sprayed
washes him
napalm the
down.
whole way.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, just holding it down, hold down the triggers.
Yes. Like a
Well-
toddler running with a water hose in their hand.
Aaron Joyce, you want to take any shots here before the
I
other
was
round?
gonna shoot at the swarm, so
It's super dead.
I feel like I would have just wasted my shot then. So I guess that's what I'll do.
Very well. Okay, beginning of the round. We've got more hearing. So here.
I wish you could have found like Zergling and Hydralusk minis for this.
That would be a little too on the nose, don't you think? I mean, there's no way I can lie about being directly inspired, but
Of course.
three,
It's iconic.
1, 2, 3. So these are 3 of them stacked up here. 1, 2, 3. And a 4th one. And then we have a new swarm appearing here. And then at the edge of your sensors, you are getting them coming down this canyon way.
No, that's not good.
Well, choose your next moves carefully.
One, two, three. Turn for 4, 5. So that'll be a run of 2.
Do I think the swarm is coming for us, or it's trying to get past us?
I think that, especially because you don't have any experience fighting them, you probably have no idea. That said, I think that our butcher would know that their behavior tends to prioritize energy gain over battling. So they will want to go to the city rather than fight you.
Okay, I am going to try to cut them off at this pass by running back.
Very well.
So I'm going
Yeah,
to.
I'll certainly convey that over the radio, right? Circle back, cut him off.
Okay, so since the thing has 6 legs, the torso just twists, and he just starts running backwards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
Well, Mr. Bradley Eric, going anywhere?
I don't think so, right? Because they only have a melee attack.
So far, yes.
Can I hit these guys over here?
Yep, there's 3 of them stacked.
Well, how does that interact with a flamer?
You just shoot them.
Okay. Well, can I hit more than one or no?
With different weapons, yes. With the
I can't just be
flamer?
like I flamer this hex.
No.
No. Okay.
I truly regret not taking an artillery cannon.
What are you bringing a thumper out here?
Well, they have the sawed-off ones.
Oh my goodness.
But the rifle cannon was just even worse, so I picked that.
I'm just gonna turn 2 for a walk.
Sinful abominations. Okay. I don't have any shots and no melees, so you guys are shooting.
I'm gonna shoot this bug here.
Okay.
With both machine guns.
+1 for movement.
3, 5. He's got a +1, so 6.
No range? Oh, that won't matter.
Oh, you're right.
But I mean, with a number like that, it's not going to matter.
10, but I got an 11. So
And a critical. Yeah, it's super dead. Once more, double machine guns. Just the barrels are probably getting like red. You know what I mean? Like they're glowing at this point from the nonstop firing. It's probably like a water cool system that's it's like a whistling sound of steam coming out of it as the ammunition is just piling up around your mech. I feel like there's a very serious trail of casings following you.
A trail of casings and like little puddles of flaming napalm.
Oil on the sand. All right. Artillery mech. You got anything you want to do? I think you're facing the wrong way, but
I have my guns and turrets and 360-degree torso twist. But no, I'm not going to shoot.
Sinful abomination against God. All right, Rad. I think you get one shot.
Yeah, I can flamer these guys. I got start for 3, walked for 1 is 4. They moved 5, 6, medium range 7, 8. I believe that's right.
I think they only moved 1.
Oh, they only moved.
They move 3 spaces, but you get a +1 to hit them.
Okay, so then only 7. Right,
Sure.
start at 3. Yep. I walked for 4. Range for 2,
5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 sounds right.
For 7. Okay.
Yet they die. Yep.
They do indeed die.
Got one of them. And it would have been a through torso critical or whatnot. Oh no. I failed to.
That's happened.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Why are all the name tags like way up here in the air?
It's the way that these different models were all made.
That's why they were like scaled.
Yeah.
I see.
Die off grid map, and that should make it between them. Okay. The end of this round. Oh, I haven't even been keeping track of the round counter.
They're back 1 because they weren't.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Correct. I mean, they're both going to go for an attach on the crosscut, but all right. Bratosaurus here real quick. That's a success. Just need a 6+. Okay, so the second one will fail to attach. First one is on there solidly. Okay, I'm ready. Your worst.
Mr. Eric, do you want me to try to shoot the one that's on you?
Yes, please.
How bad of a penalty is it to try to shoot something that's attached to him?
No penalty.
If I miss, do I hit him?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I am gonna go 1, 2.
There was one on me, dear.
Sounds like Bratosaurus is fighting bugs in real life.
We are. My wife was just like, you need to tell your friends we have a serious bug invasion right now. There are like these, I don't know if you guys have this where you live. There's like these migratory termites that come through every time about this time of year. And they're an invasive species and they're little bitty and they're attracted to light. So only at night, what happens is they get up, they're all in your attic. And then at night, when it gets dark and the lights are on in your house, they see the lights come through all of your vents and stuff. And they crawl down through your vents and fall into your house. They only live like a day. They die almost like right away.
They live too long.
Are
We
they
definitely do not have that shit in
You don't
Delaware.
have that at all. It happens every year around this time, and basically, there's nothing you can do about it except for try and keep all your lights off at night, so that they're not attracted down into your house. So,
I think in Tennessee we had like once every
do you
16
wanna
years
come over here and talk to
cicadas.
him? My wildlife biology wife is not satisfied with my explanation of the situation. She's over here backseat storying me from the kitchen.
Are they both in red square?
They are both in red square, but only one of them is attached to him.
Okay.
If he remains there, the one that isn't attached to him can still attack him.
Okay. I will. Can I declare the physical attack at the end of the round to see if any of them
Yeah.
are still alive?
We're
Okay.
still moving.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed all of that because I'm a hysterical wife.
Wow.
I ran
Ooh.
around a bit.
Is
There's-
Glimo about to shoot me?
So you
There's two of them in your square. One of them is on your mech, and I'm going to try to attack all of them.
Surgically blast them off of me with your highly precise machine gun fire.
Exactly.
are you moving, Red?
No, I'm gonna freeze absolutely still because I just told.
Okay.
You need the Eric.
I just told my battle buddy to shoot at me. So
You need the Eric Vulgaris dice.
yeah.
Okay, so the one that moved and isn't attached does get a defensive die, but the one that's attached to your mech has the same movement dodge that you do, so it's a +0. So Glimo is not shooting very difficultly at this close range one.
I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I feel like this is like an Indiana Jones moment with like somebody's got the big spider on their back. And like he's like, don't move.
I mean, this thing's got its claws out and its chompers, and it's preparing to cut into your mech. All right, Glimo, it's dice time. You putting both of them on this one?
I'm gonna split fire.
Okay, it's +1 on the second target.
The first target will be the one on Rad.
Okay.
So I'll be shooting him at 4s, and the other one I'll be shooting at 6.
Okay.
I'll shoot the one on Rad first.
Oof, barely,
Wow.
but yeah. All right, you ride that machine gun trail, still never taking your fingers off of the guns.
Second one.
Yeah.
That's also a hit. Headshot.
Bradley is soiling his pants as Devin squints through this fertilizer smeared crosshair on his windshield.
I mean, you have a chainsaw mix, so it's not like you aren't used to seeing the guts of these things, but it's normally not like so bloody. They normally have coagulated by the time you get there.
I'm much more alarmed by the machine gun fire than I am by the bug gun.
You should be alarmed by the machine gun fire. Candalis? I don't know. Can you take a shot? Who knows?
I could, but no, I won't.
This is a real crazy canyon over here.
I think I could barely hit one, but also I'm running low on ammo, so I'd rather save it for
All right.
something that isn't just killed by a machine gun.
Very well. At the end of the turn, you all at the edge of your sensors.
That's not good.
Oh boy.
It is truly large. And probably the scariest part about the Black Flame Caller is that you've never seen one before. This thing is larger than any of your mechs are in terms of mass. It is truly a 80-ton walking animal of death. It's like the size of a whale.
The Ultralisk.
it appears to both have massive strength and also, given the fact that it is dribbling some sort of corrosive liquid, it looks like it may have a acidic version of a flamethrower that it can spit.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Now let me move my little graylings here. We're doing the classic Brood War custom maps, Starship Troopers with the Starship Troopers Klendathu drop theme uploaded as an MP3 or a WAV file. Only true ones know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, there's so many dice here.
Can you walk through allies? I forget.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't stop in their hex, but you can walk through them.
Is this square here in the swarm?
No. The swarm extends 2 hexes, so it goes this far.
Okay.
That should be noted. It also goes 2 hexes up and down, which means that the swarm is not protecting anybody on this bottom level down here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was good. I was gonna do unless you want
I think
position.
Bradley is like mid turnaround run away when when Gleemo's character just powers right past him.
Machine gun still going full bore the whole time.
I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's what we're doing then. I was thinking lure them back into the big cannon range, but seems good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, Gleemo. Now, I know that people who are named Eric are cursed, but if I flamethrower headshot critical you here, I want you to know it's your fault.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't think I feel particularly attached to Devin, so I'm actually gonna turn and start coming around the backside here.
Devin just gets on the mic and goes, "Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure."
Jesus.
Okay. Who's shooting first?
I can shoot first.
Very well.
I'm gonna shoot at the big mama.
Okay.
3 ran for 5. Long range is 9, so I need 9s.
Okay. Boy, that's some real motherfucker shit, huh? All right. Let me check the sheet. Okay.
2 damage in the 11 if it matters.
It does matter this time. This is you damage some armor off of one of its legs. I mean, you probably just straight up blast off one of its legs. But the rest of its body picks up the bulk of that. What are you doing with the second shot?
Same thing.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Okay. I feel like your shots physically hit, but just don't penetrate that exoskeleton that it is mounting.
5. No, yeah, I needed a 9.
Well, well, well. What do we got down here at this part of the battle?
I have 2 machine guns and a flamer. So I'm gonna shoot I guess 2 machine guns at the one
Okay.
of them and a flamer at the other.
All right, so they move, so it's +1 to hit.
And then I walked, so another +1, medium.
6,
4,
7.
5, 6, 7, 9. So first machine gun. That's not a good number.
I feel like the first machine
It
gun.
should have been sevens.
I agree that it
I
should be
get a-
7. Oh,
I
+2
get a
because
+2
of your
penalty because I'm a
mech's instability. Yeah,
Oh.
because you have too much
that-
to do and
Is
not
that, is that piloting or is that gunnery too?
both.
Both. Okay.
There should be 2 people in my cockpit.
cursed, truly
So-
cursed.
So the first machine gun misses.
I feel like it just doesn't fire. Like it's just jammed for a moment, and you can hear a mechanism working to clear the jam. All right, take the second shot. You really need this to hit. Okay, it does. Got him.
And then my
The second one is an
other one.
Yeah, it's an 8 to hit because you're shooting at a secondary target.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be a hit.
No need for that big cannon. You're just spraying and praying, and the prayers are working.
Damn, I was going to turn around and help you. You obviously do not need it.
Not yet.
Wait
Okay.
till one of you two like fall over and I have to rescue
Yeah.
you into my death trap.
I'm gonna call up to, as I turn around this corner and look down this ravine and just see this absolute death
Blood everywhere.
machine
Yeah.
just spraying machine gun fire, like doing what both of our McDougalls do combined by itself. You're, okay, and I'm gonna call up to Devin and just say, back it up a little bit. We'll funnel them through here.
Do either of you have Geiger counters? Because this is a fission powered flamethrower.
Jesus.
You hear the sound of someone starting a barbecue grill, the clicking noise, and then the Jabberwocky about 20 feet in front of it. There's a trench of flame as the black flame caller. This flame is letting off oily green smoke, and the smoke appears to be as corrosive as the flames.
Awesome.
It's not good. It's real bad. Okay, so Jabberwocky, get the Jabberwocky, and also going to attempt to attach itself to the Jabberwocky.
My God.
Again, it's too high up to hit you. 1, 2. And another attach. So I need to, let's start with just the one attachment. You hit a 6. I got. And then 3 attachments, and I'll do the black flame caller last. Okay, so 1 is on Gleamo. 2 is on Gleamo. Okay. So because the black flame caller didn't attach itself to you, you can still move this round. Otherwise, you would be pinned in place because it's too heavy to move with it on you. Instead, it is simply in the same hex as you are, right? But you do have 2 of the Greylings attached to your... I'm just going to move this one up here, but we know it's down there.
Okay.
Okay.
If
A lot
I
of people
back-
with attached weapons to them.
If I back up to this square, I'm out of the cloud.
You're not in the cloud to begin with. It's too high
It's
up.
Too high up.
Yes, it only extends down 2 hexes.
Okay. I feel like I still don't want to be in the same square as the other thing because I bet its melee weapons hurt a lot.
Pretty reasonable. It does weigh 80 tons, so...
Here's a question. Can I use my melee weapons against the things that are attached to me?
Yep.
Okay. I am gonna back up. You know what? It probably doesn't matter. I'm gonna back up 1.
They move with you.
Yep. And then I'm gonna use 1 machine gun at McGurk. Does so not McGurk. Does
Spiritual
Mr. Eric have anything attached to him?
No.
No.
Okay.
They're all over you though.
Okay. Mr. Eric, if I don't get it, can you return the favor?
I will do my very best.
I'm going to shoot the machine guns at the 2 that are on me, and also declare physical attacks.
Okay.
That doesn't matter because I can do both. All right.
I never moved, so I'm gonna move.
So
I'm just
oh,
gonna
sorry.
turn. No, you're good.
Yeah.
Are you charging forward and bringing it with you? Amazing.
Yeah, I was so hoping you would do that.
That's a good move. All right, I guess it's shooting time.
All right. I'm gonna shoot the 2 that are on me. So start at 3.
They have the same movement as you, so as
Okay,
you
so that's
moved.
4, 5.
Well, you didn't move far, right? You only moved 1 step.
Yeah, but a walk is still 1.
Yeah, walk is to hit is 1 for you. Its defensive die is the same as yours as well. So because you have a 0,
Well, I moved 1.
right?
So
I think you need to move 3 hexes to get a bonus. Am I crazy? It's been a long time since I've done total work.
I thought
Hold on, we've got these
3 is a
huge.
+1.
Yeah. You need at least 3 to get a +1.
okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Great. Then that was a
I mean, we'll see if you think it's great when you get flamethrowered in a second, but
right. Okay. So
are you doing 1 on each?
yeah, 1 on each. So
Okay.
3, 4. So
I think
a
that's
4
it.
and a 5.
Just 4 and a 5.
Okay. So we'll go the 4 first.
Got him.
Just what I needed. Now I need a 5. Got it.
On fire, this man. So you only had 2 on you, right?
Correct.
Yes. So you can
Incredible.
flamethrower the big one.
Nice. I'll do that.
All right.
So
It has a +1 for movement.
okay.
You have a +1 because you turned.
Because I turned, so it's 2,
Medium range is another +2.
4, 7.
Good luck.
7? Where's the 7?
Oh, I start at 3.
Oh, okay.
Yep. What's the damage on them there, flamethrower?
That is an excellent question that I do not know the answer to.
Will be
2 damage.
2.
You flamethrower this thing?
Yep. And it overheats as well, just so you know.
in the
What's
11.
your heat at now? Like 4?
Oh, to the 11 again?
Sorry, no, to the 7.
Okay, 7. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It ignites its biological napalm in its face and blows it up.
it truly is still intact.
Damn it.
Can I see it from here?
Yeah. You want to take a cannon shot?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So that's 3 medium range, 4, 5. My
Don't
+2,
you
6,
don't you
7.
have one attached to you?
Yeah. But I've got other.
He's got a ton of
guesses
weapons.
Okay.
here. But I'm focusing more on the big thing I've never ever seen before. So that's 3, 4, 5. My run. 7.
I want to make it clear real quick. This one is not being treated as a biological creature. This one has a tank sheet, and you've damaged 2 different sections of its armor, but haven't achieved breakthrough in either of those locations. Just to be clear. All right. What are we looking for on these dice?
9.
Uh,
Which was not what I got.
I feel like it lands like it hits the desert wall, like big sandstone pillars behind it, and the creature like turns to look at it, and then turns back to look at its victims. All right, you're using all of your other weapons, perhaps, on
Yes.
Ghoul Crawler.
So
Let's do it.
That one is a 5.
It has the same movement defense as you. I believe you moved at least 3.
Yeah, I moved 3.
Okay, so it has a +1.
So 6. So machine gun. That'd be a miss.
Okay,
That's a
you
hit.
got him. All right. Clicky clicky barbecue time, Gleemo.
Wait, are you gonna do physical attacks?
I will
It
after
has
I.
to-
Oh,
It has to weapon attack first.
Yep.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get 2 damage, and I don't know that you track heat, but 2 damaging the 8 front, which is left torso.
Left torso for 2. Got it.
Track heat on this thing?
I have a heat of. I have a dissipation of 8.
Oh yeah, so you don't need to worry about that then.
I mean, it's possible you could give
I
me
feel like you get a little sweaty, you know.
2.
Uh,
How much heat do you give me?
2.
2 for. I only generated 5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to force you to overheat, but
Yeah.
I just want to imagine that at the very least, like psychologically, you begin sweating more as Trail of Flame hits you. All right, let's talk about physical attacks.
I am going to attack with a combine in one arm and a spot welder in the other arm.
Truly horrifying. Let's do this.
So you said I'm a 3/4, so start at 4. 1 for my walk is 5.
1 for its walk.
1 for its walk is 6. So I need 6s.
Yeah, sounds right.
All right. So
Which one are you doing first? Your torch or your?
I'm gonna use the combine first.
Horrifying.
First on my sheet.
Absolutely horrifying.
That's terrifying.
So this big giant mech hand
Yeah.
comes up, and that's gonna connect in the 5. Combine does 3 damage.
You have successfully removed all of its center torso armor, or equivalently, its frontal armor.
And then no crit. So then the left arm comes up with the spot welder, and this will add 2 heat if that matters.
It won't.
But I do not connect.
I think you're just spraying it, and you're spraying it in its like flamethrower horn. You know what I mean? Like it's spraying you with fire, and you're basically fighting fire with fire. All right, it's gonna full on body check you.
Oh, no good comes to that.
It absolutely hits. Let's see. I mean, this is an enormous amount of damage. I believe that's 20 points for an 80-ton hit. No, that would be for 100-ton. So,
This is what a charge.
no, it's just like a physical body hit. It's essentially like a kick.
16.
16. Yeah. Wow. I don't know that you can take 16 in very many places.
Really.
Let's see here.
And what does what in 5-point groupings?
No, I think it all goes in one location, right? It just all goes to your
A charge attack would be.
It's not a charge though.
Okay.
It's a kick. And I believe kick fully goes to the right leg.
Well, that's gonna fully take my right leg off, I'm pretty sure. You said
Oh,
16
boy.
damage?
16?
16.
No, you'll have just enough left over. I believe.
I will have 1 internal.
And you don't get critical.
To the right leg?
Yes.
Okay. I have 1 internal left on my right leg.
This thing body slams into you while also spraying you. It's some real Godzilla stuff. I mean, you're used to being much larger than these creatures. Much, much larger. And now you are the prey for this moment, as it is not doing well. It's very clear that another hit on the front of this thing will kill it. And in its desperation, it lashes out, and deals a monumental force of damage to you. Now, I believe taking a hit.
Taking a if it's counting as a kick, then
It is
yes,
counting as a kick.
I
Yep.
have to make a piloting
Yep.
PSR.
Good luck. Fortunately, you didn't take 20 points of damage. Taken 18. You only need to make 1 PSR, and you make it. Okay, end of the round.
I sink all my heat.
Of course. I wasn't worried about that. After I saw that you had an 8 dissipation, I no longer cared.
Well, I actually thought about, should I put another heat sink in this thing? And then I saw what my loadout was. I was like, no. I do not need to waste the tonnage on that.
Then I'm going to go 3 and attach again. Okay, this is for the jewel crawler as attached, and big guy once more fails to attach to you. Give me something. How do I reach these bugs? You guys get a call from one of your support vehicles, from Bingo and Ace, and Bingo's just like, "Hey boys, I'm starting to see some insect clouds on the horizon. Are we good?"
Nothing is good about this.
Well, that was ominous, mate.
This one's moving up as well.
Yep. Has been for a while. All right.
Can I shoot up here?
Yes. Yep.
From where I'm at? I can
Yep.
hit that. Okay.
You can see there. It should be noted though that it is 4 high, so you're 2 high. You can reach 2 up. So I guess it is within range as long as you're standing adjacent to it.
So if you move here, the cloud can't affect you.
And I could hit it.
And you're shooting at long range, yes. Because you got to go 2 up and then...
I mean, the other option is you can try to help me take down the big thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's more important at the moment. We can chase down the clouds afterwards. After you're not dead, hopefully.
Well, slap my knees. What do y'all want to do this round?
I'm gonna just not move. Right? Because the big bug is in his hex, right?
It is in his hex, but
okay,
it's not attached to his mech.
Yeah, I'm gonna move by not moving.
I'm gonna run by running.
Run by running? Wow.
It's a very tactical maneuver.
I got a YouTube comment the other day that was like, "I've never heard the phrase move by not moving as many times as I've heard on your shows."
I'm also going to not move.
Oh, wow. That's so dangerous, but all right. Go ahead.
This round is make or break.
It is make or break for you, especially. I want you to imagine what like going down on one leg won't kill you, but probably you'll be left to die.
You could just step out of melee range. Devin, just back up.
But I need the melee range
That's
No
true.
retreat.
because I mean I have one on me too.
Yes.
Yeah, just melee that one. Just step back, couple hexes, shoot all your guns at the big one, and then just melee the little one that's on you.
Yeah, but then it gets to hit me.
Okay,
Yeah, it gets a free attack.
I'll flame it.
You're gonna flamer it?
I'm
I'll
gonna flame
also
it.
shoot it.
Okay. Then in that well, but then I get the melee on the big one.
That's true. That's true. That is the trade-off.
Mhm.
But the big one also gets to melee you.
That's true. All right. I will. You guys are talking sense. I will back up. I'll give you the Eric Vulgaris die.
We're screaming at you over comms to back up.
Like one
so this
step
one-
back.
So
Just
this
one.
So this one's on me. Okay. Except it fell into the.
We just did backflips away from you. Jesus. Oh my god.
All right, you can put it on the level 2. We'll just know where it is.
Ugh.
All right. And this one is in this hex. Wait, no, it's in this hex. I backed up 2.
It was in the hex that you were in. Yes. So you're there, and if you backed up 2, yeah.
Okay, so I'd have to back up to here. Okay. Which is still, that's a walk of 1, right? Or is that a walk of none?
It's +1.
0 to 2 is no modifier. All right.
Wait, I'm confused. How
Well?
did it get next to me?
Because Gleemo was next to you, and it moved hex.
Oh, because it was in his hex. That's
Yes.
right.
Oh shit, then you've got to move too.
I do have to move, but I kind of already said that I wasn't gonna move. I guess so did you. I could move, right?
Yes, you can move. I'm not going to make you.
All right.
I feel like if you're scared of being in melee range of this thing, you would definitely get out of there.
Yeah. I'll just back up 1 too. And I can torso twist and still like hit the bug that's on him, right? If I wanted to.
I mean, you could even
You
rotate.
could just turn. Make sure.
Yeah.
Well, who's shooting where?
I am shooting the big bug.
Me too.
Show me your
Wait, I
power.
thought you were shooting the one that was on me.
No. You backed behind a
You
hill. I
backed up.
can't hit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't want me shooting my cannon at you from this far away.
Mr. Eric, can you?
I
the
will.
one
I
that's on
was.
me?
Yeah. I'm gonna flamer the bug that's on Devin,
Let's start with
And
that then.
and I'll declare a physical attack on it if that doesn't work out.
Sure.
Okay, so I started 3, didn't move enough to matter. I walked for 1, 4, close range. Should just be a 4. That's fine.
You moved. He moved.
I did move.
You moved, so it's a 4. Yeah. Okay, you got him.
I'll do it.
Once more, even though your cockpit physically isn't getting hotter, I feel like you just are sweating right now. As a wave of flame washes over, and that external fertilizer mark on your cockpit is now like burned in place.
It's on fire.
You know, it's on fire. It's the ANFO flame right there.
All right. I need 9s to hit the big bug.
Oh boy,
If I've
that's
done
not
my
so
math right.
good.
So I have 3. 1 for my walk is 4. 1 for his walk is 5.
Yeah,
And medium range is 9.
His walk shouldn't have a modifier.
his walk won't have a modifier. He didn't go.
So then,
He didn't go 3 hexes. Yeah, so
okay. So then I need.
so hold on. Medium range is only a +2.
3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6s.
Yes.
Much better.
I would hate for you to
Much
not
better.
kill this thing when you should definitely kill it. You absolutely need to kill it, and you do.
2 points in the 8.
Yep, you take out the last of his forward internals. It's hard to describe, right? Mechs are much smaller than the size of this creature. And when a machine gun bullet goes through a mech, right, it's going through layers of armor, circuitry, all of that stuff. This thing is like 90% meat. So when a full 10-second machine gun blast cuts through this thing, it's bad. Like, it's real bad. Like, probably there's no exit wound. It's too big for it to get through. But so much blood and viscera is generated by what is essentially something slightly smaller than Godzilla, but without the armor at this point.
Oh, wait until
That's-
my cannon shell slams into the side of its corpse.
Truly frightening.
Did you want to fire on anything?
I did want to fire on the big thing,
It is dead.
so
Can you fire on this?
You can fire on that.
I will fire on the swarm.
Go ahead.
So that is
You have the +1 for swarm movement and +1 for the swarm's defense.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. How do I count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 4 to go up.
It counts as 4 to go up.
I believe so. Am I crazy talking here?
Well, I'm too tall.
Yes. So it's 2 to go up.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, if
That's medium range.
Sure.
So
Let's
3,
say that.
4, 5.
Boy, I don't remember the Battletech height rules. I do remember them being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, since these are 30-meter wide hexes and 6-meter tall levels. I'm going to guess and say 11.
Sure. Let's take a blind shot uphill. I'm afraid a 3 is not an 11. It's pretty close to having 2 1s, which is like an 11.
Almost, but that was almost like a 12 then.
Okay. End of the round. 3 guys. Dive bombs down here to catch several of you in its wake. Oh. You get a call again from Bingo and or Ace saying, one of those swarms getting pretty close. Hello?
I'll just say, keep an eye on it. I'm on my way.
Okay. Okay, so you're out there. All right. You hear the sound of an engineering vehicle's engine starting and like a transmission system being locked into drive.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, has everyone moved where they wanted to go?
Kendall, you moving into the middle of it?
Yeah, I'm just kind of running up to it. I'm just going to shoot at it with all my small guns.
You will take 1 point of damage then. Okay, let me just go ahead and roll that real quick. So it automatically hits. It's just a question of location. Center torso. 1.
Oh, okay. That's less bad. I thought it was 1 point of pilot damage.
No, only
That
if
was
you
my first
only if your
question.
life support is damaged do you die instantly.
Okay.
So
okay.
I draw with a pen on this.
Yes. Unfortunately, as you can see, the automated sheets do not account for you having 6 legs.
Yeah. I was just playing it like there's 3 legs and we could just say there's 6.
They also don't accommodate for 3 legs. All right. Where are you guys shooting?
Hold on. I'm still moving. All right. So I'm going to be in front of Brad.
Bad news says.
How do I draw on this?
Oh, so the sheet has to be locked. You have to hit L to lock it to the table. I'll get it.
Okay,
There you go. You should be able to draw now.
thank you. 1.
Wow, you have so much armor.
It's commercial armor.
You're definitely going to survive. So that is interesting. Is that bar 5 then?
That is bar 5.
So if I deal more than 5 points of damage, I get a free critical.
You do.
It's too bad these bugs don't deal more than 5 points of damage, except in melee. If only I could take advantage of your shitty, weak commercial armor, which is actually still the best the planet has.
Yeah.
Oh no, these other two have like industrial armor. Theirs is much better than mine.
I mean, somewhat. I thought I saw a second bar 5 somewhere out here. All right, Glimo. How we doing?
I have no shots to shoot.
Okay, but you finished moving?
Yeah.
Brad, same deal. No shots?
Correct.
All right, Candalis, it's up to you to finish this ripping swarm off before it eats
Okay, so
something.
I walked, so that's a +1. It dropped. So I guess that's 0?
Yes, it's a +1 as well. It dropped
Yeah.
3 hexes.
Okay. And then another +1 for a swarm.
Yep.
So I'm looking at 6s. So flamer first, then 2 machine guns.
Okay.
Flamer
Okay.
hits.
That's 2, and then
Machine gun hits.
that's 3.
And machine gun hits.
Okay,
So
it is still alive.
6 damage total.
That is 8 damage total. 2, 3, 3, right?
2, 2, 2.
2, 2, 2. Okay, then it's definitely still alive. You scatter many of the bugs. I mean, at this point, you're just holding triggers down. It's really a question of effectiveness, right? Like, you're definitely gonna hit somebody with every bullet. It's does it hit enough? The outside of your cockpit is just covered in like smudged bugs trying to crawl their way in. I think you see some of them begin to glow slightly with like a sickly green light whenever they get near the center torso of your mech.
Vision powered flamethrower. You know, in 20 years they might get cancer too.
Wow, truly a horrible thing to say. Would you like to? I don't know if you have any melee attacks to make, but if you'd like to, I guess you can.
I have a combine
Sure.
and I guess I could punch, but I guess just a combine attack.
So you, just to be clear, are any weapons mounted in those arms?
No.
Okay, then yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so combine would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
That is a miss. Can I also make a punch attack, or is
Yeah.
it just 1?
I believe so.
You can punch with each arm, or
Okay.
a weapon as you can punch in with the arm that the combine is not in.
I would trust Glebo on this. He came up with some weird fucking builds.
Be a 7, so no.
Your weapons firing in every direction, clawing through the air. The combine, truly horrifying. I mean, hundreds of bugs die by it, but it's just not a significant concentration.
Like, the mech does like just a 360 on that torso.
I imagine there's a lot of
Chittering
burring noise. Yeah. It is gravely, gravely damaged. End of the round. really attached there, huh? One. You guys are faster. All right, well. That's it for my
Moving
moves.
isn't really a thing in BattleTech, is it?
Sorry?
Double moving isn't really a thing in BattleTech.
Sprinting technically exists. Can't fire any weapons, but you move an extra 50%.
Like double walking speed.
Yeah, it's double walking speed.
I get sprint for 6.
Okay, I could sprint for 6.
It's an optional rule we've literally never used. And then Rad heard about it on Alpha Strike and couldn't stop using it. I'm sitting here going, entirely only the introductory rules. Only the introductory rules. And the siren, Eric Fulgaris, is just spewing out advanced rules to everybody.
Guys, we should have hit location tables. It'll be better.
I mean, the one extra square, you know, I can make it to here and then turn.
Okay. Just to be clear, though, you can't fire any weapons as a result of this.
I wouldn't have been able to fire anyway.
All right. You get into a rapid sprint because otherwise you're in a lot of trouble. These bugs are getting way ahead of you. In Dallas, what do we got here from Dr. Manhattan?
So that swarm just kind of jumped up on the mountain. I can't see it anymore.
Yes.
Feel like the smart thing to do would be double back down this canyon because there's another swarm going down that way.
There's swarms on swarms.
So I guess I'm gonna do that. So 2, 3, 4. So for running for, yeah, because turning around costs me 1. Any facing change costs 1.
Okay. Does anyone have a shot?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Tabletop simulator freezing. Not now, not at the end, not literally inches from the finish line. What are you doing, Tabletop Simulator? No. Please no. 1, 2. We're back.
We're chasing you. What are you talking about? If that
This-
thing stays up on that hill, there's just no way we can stop it, I don't think.
That's correct. All right. Y'all's turn to move.
Do you want to try to get this one?
I was thinking that, but like I can't. How
Right.
much does how far will they move 3 hexes at a time?
3 hexes at a time.
Yeah, I could probably catch him, I guess. It might
Like you
take
could-
like
you
3
could go-
turns.
Well, I mean, if you just got to here, you could hit it. I mean, you
Oh,
take 1
yeah.
damage. I mean, or you could go to here and then you could not only flamer it but melee it.
Yeah,
I
you
could
got
Would
at
just-
take
least
1 point of damage.
you've got at least 2 armor on your legs, so you should be fine.
Yeah. I can walk backward. I can move backwards my walk speed, right?
Yes.
All right, I can just
Yeah, you-
backpedal to here.
Okay.
Can you, but that,
Yeah, he can hit there.
Okay.
Okay.
all right. 2, 3, turn 4. All right, I guess I'm gonna I can't get up to here, correct?
You would need a 2 high booster.
Yeah,
Pretty much on there right here.
that's the only one on the board, right?
Correct. That's not the only one on the board, but it's the only one anywhere close to you.
Yeah.
There are others.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What are we doing over here, Candalis?
I am going to fire my cannon at the one up here and not move.
Okay. Let me do this damage to other Eric. Its location. So left torso takes 1 damage, red.
Okay. Fine.
Let's take that shot.
Okay. So start at 3. It moved for what? 1, 4.
Yep.
Medium range 5, 6. I
It-
moved, walked for another one, 7,
A swarm interference.
8.
Luck.
Bum. Negative.
All right. Snipe him, Candalis.
I need a 7.
Is this with the cannon?
Yep.
Good luck. Oh. How much damage is this bad
6
boy?
damage.
6? Okay. It is half dead.
Oof.
Limo. You're the only one in range to see what happens next.
Oh boy.
You hear Bingo come over to the comms again, and he just goes, guys, is anyone out there? Anybody? And then you hear a sound that's like golf balls hitting a car. I think they're getting in the vehicle. Okay.
Get out of there, man. Get out of there.
I mean, this thing's loaded with fuel cells and ammunition. Just tell my brother's wife I loved her.
Oh jeez.
And then you hear a thump. 1, 2, 3, and one of your 2 refuel and ammunition vehicles is gone.
Surely when those fuel cells go off, they damage the swarm.
Well, I was gonna say the ammunition. I mean, maybe not the fuel cell, but the ammunition.
I'll tell you what. I'll give it 3 points of damage.
Nice.
I shall show some small mercy for
It was
Bingo.
out of range of the swarm.
That's true, but give me this cinematic death.
Oh, I totally expected him to panic and detonate prematurely.
I don't want to say detonating prematurely because it is going to be really tight on Glimo being able to catch up and kill this thing before it gets into the city, where it truly will kill everyone. You guys already killed my boss, okay? Easily, too. Real easily.
How much? It's what, 2 movement to go up?
3 movement to go up 2 hexes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the best I can do, and you can't partial it, right?
You can't go partial, no.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This isn't K Damiel. It starts with that numbers partially paying for skills.
Can I see it from here?
Yeah. I mean, it's 5 hexes up and 2 hexes forward, so.
So that means that would be what, a 7?
A 7. I think it's fully out of your range.
Yeah, that is definitely out of my machine gun range.
Can be rough. That was just the beginning of this turn for me, right? I haven't even moved my other stuff yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had.
No, it's okay.
Everything.
I am just eating everybody here. Good eats. All right, Rad, you got swarm problems. You need to be out of it before end of movement.
And there's a little crawler here in front of
There
you.
is the jewel crawler. Yep.
All right.
The thing
Or you
that's
could stay
legally
there,
distinct from Zerglings.
or you could stay there and melee. But
Yeah, I think I just got to stay here and try and kill this swarm. So I think I just don't move. I'm just in a life or death battle with these bugs.
And Dallas?
I'm gonna move right next to it.
Very well. Think that you're 3 hexes away, being too tall.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
oh, wait a
boy.
minute, I'm too tall.
Yes.
That,
It does mean that it is 5 hexes from you then.
oh, okay, never mind. Still not close enough. I only rolled
Still not close enough. Anyone that's shooting gets shot.
I'm going to shoot everything at the swarm.
Very well. Let's say start with the cannon.
Yeah. So cannon first is I walked, swarm, moved, and swarm. So that's 3.
Long range. Oh no, not for the
range.
cannon. Not for the cannon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Cannon miss.
This cannon is very unlucky.
Cannon would be a lot better if I wasn't by myself and intentionally did this to myself. 2 machine guns and then a flamer. They're gonna do. What do I need
You
there?
need
That's
boxcars.
long range. Yeah, I need boxcars for each. So flamer. Nope. Machine gun.
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Let's math it. 3.
3.
It's a +2 penalty for the thing,
Yep.
right? 5, 6 for your walk, 7 for his move, 8 for the swarm. Yeah, you needed boxcars.
So close.
So last machine gun. No.
Brad,
Here we go. We're gonna.
which one are you shooting?
Mm,
Swarm or the blighter? And because you're inside the swarm area, shots on things that are in the swarm are still covered by it.
I'm gonna go for I think the bug.
Sure.
The blighter.
Yep. Do it. Jewel crawler.
So 3 disturbance, 4,
It moved for +1.
5.
That sounds right.
And I didn't move, so 5.
Didn't move. Flamethrower's got him.
Yay.
I need to deal 1 damage to you. Take 1 damage in the right leg.
Oh boy.
Imagine if that was Gleemo. All right.
You're gonna kick the swarm rat.
I'm going to kick and chainsaw, right? Can I do both?
No.
Just do one.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna chainsaw.
Okay.
Won't that do more damage than kicking?
Yes. Given your weight, absolutely.
Well, chainsaw does 5 damage, so I feel like that's pretty decent.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, what do I need for that?
For 5.
5.
6. Oh, it doesn't apply to melee weapons. You just need 5. Yep, that'll do it. How much damage is this? 5?
5.
Truly scatter the last of the rippings.
Whew.
All right, so you move the swarm there.
Yep. At the end of the next turn, it will enter the city, killing everyone. That's 1, 2, 3. Could be 4, 5, 6.
Shit. So if I do that, I can't. I only have a move of 5, a run of 5. And if I sprint, I can't shoot.
Correct. That means next turn you'll have to kill it. 100%.
All right. Well, I'm sprinting up to here.
Dallas?
Ooh.
It's
Storm is on top of me.
yeah, I mean it's floating directly over your mech.
I'm just going to stand still and shoot.
All right, let me roll swarm damage for both of you. 1 damage, Gleemo, you're taking it in the left arm. Boy, that was sure blessed.
Right.
Right arm for Candalis, which will truly do nothing to scrap you.
Yeah.
Okay. Brad, are you moving at all?
I don't know if I can go anywhere where it will matter. I don't.
There's still one loose one over here.
Oh, okay. Then I never turned around, so I'm still facing this way.
Correct.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I do think he is around the corner.
Yeah, I don't think I can hit him.
Next turn you can approach him. All right, Candalis. Some real sick shit here.
I'm gonna shoot with everything. So I didn't move, which means 3, 4, 5. Its movement 6, 7.
Hmm?
Did it move? It moved 1.
It moved one. There's a +1 to defense. I'm coming down.
Okay, so 6.
That sounds right.
7, because he moved down. Yeah, 7.
Sure.
So cannon first. Hit for 6 damage.
Okay, that's it. It's done.
And then, everything else just kind of sprays about to make sure it's dead.
Limo, this is really the turn that matters.
Okay. I am gonna move up to it.
Okay.
So that if my shooty shoots don't work, I can try to melee it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll, and you're gonna want to really make sure that this does not hit your right leg. Otherwise, the future of humanity on Sapphire may be doomed. It does in fact hit your left torso.
Left torso.
You need to deal 10 points of damage to this thing in this round.
Well, it's already taken 3, right?
Yes. So I guess you need to deal 7 points of damage to it. Bingo gave his life to buy this chance for you.
All right. I start at 3. I walked, so that's 4. And I'm in the swarm, so that's 5.
Yes, it didn't move. 5s.
Spend all your edge.
You don't have any.
So 2 machine guns.
Plot points.
Don't have any of those either. Wow.
Oh no.
Wow. This is a good start. For the folks at home, that was a 4.
I hit with 1 machine gun.
Okay, so 2 more damage. We're up to 5 damage now.
And then I'm gonna melee. So that's also a 5 because it's.
So you basically need to have this hit.
So I've got 2 things.
2 kicks, right?
Well, I was gonna.
Got the combine and the punch.
Oh, okay.
Well, kicks might be better for me because I'm a 50-ton mech. That would be.
You only get 1 kick though.
Oh right, yeah, okay. Nope, we're gonna do the combine and the spot welder.
It's true. A 50-ton mech is going to give you a 10 damage kick, but you only need 5 damage.
Oh well, then in that case, I'm gonna do the kick.
Okay.
Because the kick is at a -2, and only my spot welder does 5 damage. If I hit with the combine, it doesn't
Very well.
do enough damage.
So it's all coming down to this roll. If you can stomp on enough bugs to truly matter.
So,
the +1 to interfere does not affect physical attacks. So
so it's a 4 minus
-2
one,
+1.
-2. 4
+1 for your
-2
movement.
yeah, so I need a 3. I need not double ones.
Do it.
Roll the dice
do
one
it,
at a time.
Do it.
No, don't roll them one at a time. Well, no, the instant anything other than a 1 comes up that you give. Okay, that's it. We're done here, folks.
You
We've
saved humanity.
We've saved humanity on Safai.
Holy crap.
It really came down to it. I think that for
Are there
you,
more bugs out there?
there's just
No?
one. There's just one.
Just
Rad
the
will
one.
easily kill it. For you, Aaron, this was an opportunity to maybe go out in a nuclear blast, in a real bang, and honestly, it's just going to be a few hours of spot welding tomorrow. It's nothing special.
Yeah. Okay. I'm disappointed that I couldn't use my, final power move. But also, there's tomorrow's attack.
No, this was it. This truly was it.
This was the Gray Blight's final.
This is the
attempt.
last eggs. They're done. They're exhausted. Devin, or you perhaps more than anyone here know that Safai is screwed. It's not just that the oil's running out, you're also the sole source of farm equipment, and there's just not enough food to go around. It's going to be some real lean years before there aren't any years left. But you got through this, so back on the ranch, maybe Jim isn't middle management for the day.
I was gonna be so disappointed.
And Bradley Eric,
He just goes right back.
I was going to say, you
Sad existence.
you woke up a little earlier than normal today, and
Yeah.
sun's up, and you got plenty of corpses for carving out here, so
Yep.
clock's on.
Miserable life continues.
The people of Safai will never know how close they came to ultimate doom without the 3 of you. Truly, one turn away, one dice roll from being totally overrun by thousands of Ripper Swarmlings.
Just Starship Troopers worst case scenario.
I just really want to emphasize that, like, the exit song for this movie, like the credits theme, is like minor key. It's super sad. Like, everyone leaves the theater like, this is a great movie, but also it implies that like things go really badly after the movie ends.
Yeah. They bought themselves another like decade tops.
The post-credit scene is like truly millions of flightlings from all over the planet in every direction surrounding the city. Like, I think that Carlita, was going by like local radar and maybe like a small reconnaissance flight of like the last aircraft. It was like, that was it, we're done. And like, we get a shot from space where you can actually see landmass moving as like a carpet of bugs everywhere are approaching in. And then there is like this gleaming sword painted on the side of, it could be a jump ship, but there's just so many weapons on the side of it. And then dropships and aerospace fighters begin launching, and this like orchestral choir music is playing over all channels, and like the whole planet is getting it, and like you guys are like fidgeting with your radios, and a truly powerful military broadcast level of signal is being sent that is drowning out all local signals of choir music, and you're just like, who is singing? What is going on here? As like naval rail guns and space to ground lasers begin carving up the Blightling swarm, and word of Blake dropships begin approaching Sapphire loaded with supplies, but also with Bibles.
So many Bibles.
So many Bibles. It's time to get some more soldiers for the war.
Well, I mean, to these people, right, who were amazed 30 years ago at the McDougalls that marched off of a dropship. This is a literal fire from God, like falling from the sky.
They absolutely will believe the word.
They 100% will believe. This is a big W for the word of Blake.
Big W for not dying.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
The fact they have actual medical technology.
it's true.
An easy layup for everybody involved, really.
It'll go pretty poorly for you in about like 8-9 years, but yeah, for now it's good.
Yeah.
Until the jihad starts, you guys are going to be living on a high hog.
Mhm.
Well, that's like 30 years from now.
Yeah, for you who's dying of leukemia, yeah, 8 years is about 30 years.
That's how good that cybernetic parts are.
That's true.
Guys, we made it to the end of season 1. Thank you for being here. Any thoughts here at the end of things for Sapphire? Another chapter closed for... You know, it's interesting because this planet exists in Battletech, but it doesn't have a story attached to it in any way. I pretty much entirely made up everything about it.
I liked it. I had a good time. I always participate or watch these Cattletech one shots, these one-offs, and think that they could easily each one be its own like 6 to 8 episode like mini story. Like I think there's a lot packed into them that just gets like summarized, I guess, in like such a short period of time. But I had a great time.
Like, I just like that. I never, with the show, you expect to have certain levels of character shield, but with Cattletech, it's like, you know, is a ghost bear just going to show up at the end and blow you away?
Oh my goodness. I really like when Rab was like, that was a pretty good impression. And I was like, oh, he's here. He's here alive. Oh.
Like, I was truly expecting that we would fail.
I was
absolutely. I saw my 2-hour-old character's life flash before my eyes when that big bug came up at me.
Truly one health left on that leg.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted to get that leg.
Like 4 times.
It's true. It's true.
I severely underestimated how much armor your mechs had when I wrote this scenario. I knew that you'd probably kill a bunch of the little ones, but I thought that the big one would definitely get somebody. I almost got Clemo.
Oh yeah, if you had made either of those attachment rolls, I'd be dead.
Yeah, the thing is, though, it was an interesting distraction Carnifex because it did let that swarm go totally uncontested down the field of battle.
Yep.
Yeah, it took me way too, like, after we killed the big one is when I started realizing maybe those swarms are bad for the city. But until then, it was like, they're not that important.
If I had not, if someone had not reminded me that sprinting is a thing, I wouldn't have made it.
So really, Eric Vulgaris saves Sapphire by bringing up sprinting in Alpha Strike to get
Incredible.
Here.
Well, thank Blake for Jasper.
Wow, thank Blake. Maybe we should thank the fruits of our own labor. Oh, well, Glimo, you're part of the first episode of season 2 of Cattletech, which has yet to be fully filmed, but you're a part of it. I have to finish writing it first. I have to write the rule set.
I am always up for Cattleteching.
Yep. Rad, you're on Blades of Honor, which starts at the end of the month if we can swing it. And we gotta make characters and talk about the world. Candalis, I think it's your first time on a show.
Yep.
Not your first time appearing, because I think you've been in several of the Patreon Twitch sub videos, but
yeah,
I hope you had fun here tonight using your damn cannon.
I tried to make the mech as bad as I could as a 60-ton mech that was twice as heavy as everything else.
But what was really interesting is that the cannon, when it hit, still dealt a truly enormous amount of damage compared to a flamethrower or a machine gun.
Although I think the machine guns were the stars of the show.
As you would expect from a Starship Troopers style scenario.
Absolutely.
All right, it's past midnight, at least here at the East Coast, so
Yeah.
I think we're all going to go to sleep. Folks at home, leave your comments. Check in on the general Battletech discussion on Discord. And hey, we'll see you again for season 2 soonish. Have a good time, Zone.
Night.